What You Wanted by No Resolve, instrumental version. Yes, I know the IndyCar finale is going on. I should have taken that into account, but my apologies. It's kind of in the realm of just trying to kind of get through these. No, it's probably not the best time for me to be doing this anyway, but still, I'm doing it anyway. It's the 12th race of the season, the Matco Truck Championship at the Exide 250 from Las Vegas, which is quite fitting. NASCAR just at Las Vegas this weekend. Rossi closing through the field. It's going to be close. Unless Dixon falls back a bit, and when I saw him, he was still running second. So I'm not sure if he fell back or not, or unless he had a problem. I haven't been watching. Had a little stressful today, that's for sure. But hey, still trying to get these races out. See if anyone can possibly close in on Dylan Young, who right now has over a race win worth of a point lead. He is currently starting in 16th for this race, so it's gonna take something for anyone to close up on it. And I hardly use Hangouts anymore, so that would honestly not serve much of a purpose. If I may just ask, because I am not watching IndyCar, I understand that Rossi's working his way forward, but how's Dixon doing in relation to Rossi? Because, I mean, Rossi's got to finish a few positions ahead of him, obviously, with how the point standings are coming into this. So if Dixon finishes even decently, he's probably still going to get it. He's still second. Nah, then as long as he stays there, he's got it locked up, no matter what Rossi does. Rossi 7th, okay. I mean, Dixon already had a comfortable lead on him, so it's Dixon's to lose at this point. Under right nominating, sweet. Oh boy, if he did that, oh boy, that would not end well. Anyways, got some racing to do here as well. Top 10 stack up as follows. 93 on the pole. Hannah Higdon had a strong season going. Had a bit of a setback at Phoenix, but looking to rebound here today. Roger Wright to the outside in the 05. Excuse me. Griffin Lynn, third in points. Can definitely try and close in on the 51. Starting third, Marty Johnson in fourth, Wyatt Quinn, Landon McDowell, Jeff Scott, Dawson Wheeler, Eli Brighton, Aldrin Baranowskis are the top 10. And Christian Vargas in 11th. Still second in points, is that 35, I think. Or was that someone else? I'm not sure exactly. Pretty sure it was still 35. So we'll see how this goes tonight. Passing is actually going to be quite difficult because the outside lane can get some really solid runs. So just see how it all goes down. Let's get the commands. Let's get it going for the Exide 250. Pit stops will not be taking place in this race. I think I'm on a bit of an anti-pit stop run there after Phoenix. That was a mess. Make sure everyone's rolling, and indeed they are. 93 and 05 on the front row. Going into the restart zone to get this 45-lap race underway. And green flag in the air. And we are coming up through the gears, getting up to speed here at Las Vegas. That high side working for the 93. Going to hold the lead on the first lap, but Griffin Lynn trying to get the inside to go here with Wyatt Quayle pushing him, but it ain't going to work yet. Yeah, funny how that works. Yeah, 3 wide usually, they can usually survive this. Usually. Every now and then you'll see them get a little close and contact is possible as Marty Johnson trying to work the outside lane. And the outside is actually where you want to be in a side-by-side situation. In this case, and Eli, to answer your question, I'm mostly doing okay. Today in particular, very stressed out, but I decided that I would put this race on. Just trying to kind of get through this. But yeah, there you see Eli Bright trying on the inside, but it ain't working. Marty Johnson trying on the inside of the 05 for second place. It can work. But you usually have to have a little bit of drafting help. And the 23 did not have that. And kind of funny how that works. The inside lane definitely where you want to be for the most part when it comes to the Cup and GNS cars. But once you get CTS here, I mean, even with the draft, look at the 93. Just see ya. See you later up there. Still running well. Going so fast, can't even see you. Now here's a case that Marty Johnson might have the advantage, especially on corner entry, if Griffin Lynn stays behind him. Might be able to clear the 05. Maybe, no, not yet. Man, Griffin Lynn, a really tough time through there. Dirty air definitely also going to play a factor. Right there you see why passing is so difficult. Tried fixing it as best I could. It's all good. I think so. Non-existent point standings, absolutely. So Griffin Lynn running really strong right now in 4th. Christian Vargas is here in the top 10 in the 35. Dylan Young has dropped a little bit. Just at the tail end, if not just outside of the top 20. That is exactly what the 63, the 93, the 35, I think even the 33, and a number of others up there in the top 10 in the standings, that is what they want to see. Try and see if they can make anything happen for the championship. Roger Ray looks like trying to get underneath the 93. It ain't going to work. Marty Johnson going to get a bit swamped up there on the high side. That's Jeff Scott in the 3. Running solidly here so far. Wyatt Quayle, of course, won that Chaos Fest at Phoenix in that 57, the red truck. We're getting again another solid result here. And checking up front, Roger Ray is to the inside, will lead that lap. But this is where Higdon is probably going to have the advantage. But Roger Ray doing a good job through there. Marty Johnson's going with him. He might be able to get the lead. And now Griffin Lynn going with them. And the 05 is going to clear the 93 just barely. So, new leader. The Zaxby's 05. You will see the lap time start to drop off a little bit toward the end of the race as the tires wear down. So far, everyone right on top of each other and everyone kind of evening out. Griffin Lynn nearly into the 57. We might see 3 wide. Eli Bright backs out of that in the 20. And now Higdon looking back to the inside lane with Marty Johnson. Trying to stick with her there, but it ain't going to work. It can be done. Just on the 05 do it. Or do you have to have a lot of things go your way? Don't think Roger Ray's doing that bad in the point standings either. So with a win here, could try and maybe sniff closing in on the 51. It's Toyota and then quite a few Chevys here. A lot of Chevys. And go back to the 35 and the 54 to find the first Toyotas. Ethan Matheson and truck number 13 trying to find his way into the top 10 here. And SD's number 13. Looking solid. Marty Johnson just hanging out behind the 93 at the moment. 93 had to check up there a little bit. So it caused a little bit of a mini stack up. We'll have 30 laps to go this next time by. Everyone just kind of getting into a line here, trying to settle it down, see what, just kind of size each other up here. Johnson getting to the inside. And does have the 57 with him. Can he hold it down there? No. Not going to work there. And to Mr. Kothawiji, as a matter of fact, yes you are. You are actually leading. I'm so sorry, my nose has decided to start running a bit. Lovely. Danny Bouchard, strong run in the 74. Up here in the top 10 as well. Running 6th. You're not doing too bad. Shown 14th. Trying to make a move here. So no, we're not calling that bad at all. 51. So I would like to check back in on. Settled into 23rd, right in the middle of the field. Again, I think some guys would like him to drop back a little further, but he's definitely lost ground in relation to his starting position. And it's going to be tricky for him to make up a lot of ground, but we've seen him do it already in past races, so not to say that it can't happen. I mean, Dylan Young, we're talking about the dude with a 200-plus point lead at the moment. As Roger Ray has checked out. Jeff Scott working the outside lane. Which again has been the place to be in a side-by-side race. And that is why you're seeing how hard it is to pass. The 23 keeps trying on the 93. It's just not working. Remember, the 93 did lead for a good several laps. The 05 was able to pull off the pass. Again, you have to have some things go your way. Just have to find the right line, get a little bit of drafting help in there, and maybe just be side by side, if not maybe a nose ahead heading into a corner. And that can usually help propel you past them. But the 23 really just wanted to get to the front. Not any patience to stay behind the 93. And keeps trying to make the move. Might actually lose third. And actually will. The 57 of Wyatt Quayle will get by. Danny Bouchard trying to get underneath of the 3. Again, just look at the run. That's where the grip is. Or at least in a side-by-side deal. As for the lead, 93 with the 57 behind. And draws dead even through the dog leg on the front stretch. The 05 is probably going to have the advantage through here. The 93 can stay side by side. Might have a shot at it. 23 in a bit of an awkward spot there, but does get in behind the 93, so they're going to stay side by side. And now the shorter way around there. She's holding it there. But right there. My gosh, look at that. Look like Keselowski on those restarts. Just see ya. So the 05 back to the point. 93 still second. Marty Johnson, 23, gets back to third. And my gosh, is he really being aggressive in this race. That was a big checkup right there. Not sure if the caution was out for a second. Don't think it is. No, it is not. Griffin Lynn again also running really solidly at the moment. Doing what he needs to do. He is third in points. Christian Vargas running very strongly as well. Those two are going to be really close if they stay where they're at in terms of the points. Might be all but tied coming out of this. And Dylan Young still looks like he's running about 20th or so. Caught a glimpse of that 51 truck further back. The 93 and the 05, both with pretty solid trucks. Again, the 93 did lead for quite a while. And is right on the tail of the 05 at the moment. But at the moment, being patient. Maybe waiting for the 23 and the 57 to close up to try and help with that slingshot forward. However, we've seen that 23 does not like being behind anybody. I'm willing to bet he's going to pull out a line here. But the 93 does it first. It's not going to work. But the 93 taking advantage, getting back to the high side. And we're about to see 3 wide for a second. Who's going to have the advantage now? Wyatt Quayle drops back. Johnson and Higdon draw side by side. And Johnson, with the shorter way around the dog leg, is going to take that spot away. So, pass for second for Marty Johnson there. Higdon third. Wyatt Quayle and Jeff Scott the top 5. And forcing it in there is the 93. That's not going to work. But keeps it low. And not allowing the 57 to get the run underneath. So I have to admit, the 93, aside from that one move maybe, actually driving a really smart race. Griffin Lynn 6th. Trying to hang on to that from Adam McDowell at 54. Mike Crow with a bit of a dive down there. 15 laps to go here. Pretty quick race. And Johnson now on the tail of the 05. But with no help. We'll see if he'll be able to pull anything off. Trying to get to the inside there. Try what the 93 did just a little bit ago, and there you see. That's just not the way to go about it. 57 attempting a dive himself. And actually gets right on the tail of the 93 and the 23 with that move. 93 thinking about points here. Was third, headed into Phoenix, then dropped to 10th afterward. So really needing to make up some ground. This is the 93, the 57 just about got underneath there. The 93 with the run off. This race already winding down. Griffin Lynn 7th. Christian Vargas 10th. Again, those are pretty important. 51 shown 23rd. And at the stripe this time, racing Patrick Smith, Colton Yo, Andrew Baranowskis 23rd still. Has not been able to make up much ground. And again, that's what those front runners want to see. This will give them a shot heading to Bristol, which is the next race, and then it will be Rockingham and then the championship race at Pensacola. But the 05 looking really good right now with 11 to go. Higgins still third. Jeff Scott, Adam McDowell drawn dead even here with a 5th position. Scott running the Kyle Larson line and is going to make that work. Gets in front of the 54. Mike Quayle looks like attempted something, lost a lot of momentum. Scott stays with him. 10 laps to go. There's Marty Johnson back on the tail of the 05, 93. Closing in as well. That's what the 23 would like to see if he tries to make the move. Although Higgin going way down there. Just about to the flat. Yeah, that's not going to work. Just kind of trying here. Like Quayle trying the crossover move. That's not going to work for him, obviously. Okay. I'm sure you've added them. Question is, are they actually active? Again, I have not been following. I checked Hangouts once, like 2 days ago, and that was my first time checking it in like, I don't know how long. Weeks. Marty Johnson again tried it. Knows that time is running out. But he's going to need some help from what we've seen. Because come to think about it, Marty Johnson's actually the one that helped Roger Ray take the lead in the first place. And now trying to get by. Proven to be a little more difficult. But 6 laps. And he's got to let that 93 close up to him. Then try and make the move. Try and just keep that arc through the corner. But the 93 is going to have none of that. And try and make the move. Got to be careful with Wyatt Quayle right there. But Anna Higdon wanting the points. It's 5 laps to go. And I honestly don't see anyone being able to pass anyone else at this point. I actually thought this would be a lot more kind of pack racy, chaotic. But then when I started doing tests and I saw how hard it was for them to pass each other, it's like, oh, okay, that's different. I did not foresee that. So I tried bumping the strength up a bit to see if that would help, and I mean, this is as good as I could do. Roger Ray just has to hang on for 3 more laps. There's a run here for the 23. He's gonna try and get to the inside, but yeah. I don't know. I'm all in for making the lanes even, but when you make the outside lane just the dominant line, it makes passing literally impossible, just like we're seeing. So 2 to go. Roger Ray just has to hold on to it. Igden trying to hang on to 3rd. Griffin Lynn still 7th. Vargas still 10th. And the 51, whoops, 21st. So has found his way to the outside lane. Might be able to gain a couple more positions. But at the white flag here, nearly 3 wide. But it is now the white flag. Wouldn't surprise me to see a desperation move out of the 23, but we'll see what happens. Looks like he's just going to kind of hold it there. Maybe try and get something off of the corner. It's not going to work. Roger Ray going to take the win in Las Vegas in the Exide. 250. Looks like everyone pretty much stayed where they were. So Johnson 2nd. Higdon 3rd. Cuellar 4th. Scott 5th. Anna McDowell. Griffin Lynn. Eli Bright. Danny Bouchard. And Christian Vargas, the top 10. So that'll be some points gained. Dylan Young, 21st. So right in the middle of the field. I do think that the other guys wanted to gain a little more than that. But hey, I think that'll be... I think they'll take that either way. We'll see just what the points lead is actually going to be here in just a moment. But yeah. Yeah, that could have gone a little better. That's alright. We'll see how Bristol turns out. Never gone there with CTS before. I don't know. Yeah, I can't help but think that driving a rusty nail through your brain, I mean tetanus, that's a problem. 3 times today, dang. Yeah, we had 1 pass for the lead properly. 1. That was when Roger Ray passed the 93. Other than that, all smooth sailing for the 05. Again, that might get him into the picture. I don't remember exactly where he was, so we'll have to go find out. But anyways, to victory lane we go. 05 Roger Ray and the Zaxby's Toyota. Getting it done. Well, the black Zaxby's 05, I should say. Getting it done. Well done. Yeah, a little meh. But hey, at least mentally I'm feeling a little better now. But you know that one time that doesn't, out of, let's see, what would that be? 25 million? Plus? LOL. Alright, that is trucks. 3 races left on the season. Again, Bristol, Rockingham. Oh, the joy, Rockingham. And I don't entirely mean that sarcastically. Rockingham can produce some pretty entertaining stuff, as we well know. Heck, it's already produced a car going into the frickin' infield. Whoops, I forgot that's not how I do it anymore. It's the Exide 250. I'm sure I probably whiffed on that a few times already. But anyways, 37 laps led, 8 for the 93, so did get some bonus points there. See how it all affects the point lead. What we got? Headed to Bristol, 3 races to go. The lead is 168. So, and that's within a win now. Not as close as I thought it would be, but still, it's closing the gap. Doing what you gotta do there. Vargas and Lynn staying right where they're at, 2nd and 3rd. And Higdon jumping to 4th. And then Ethan Matheson is 5th. LJ Toledo 6th. Daniel Bouchard 7th. And Roger Ray, who was a little further back than I thought he was coming into that, but he just gained a lot of ground. 11 spots with that win. Jumping up to 8th. Cody Reynolds and Zachary Fitzwater are the top 10. 303 separating 1st through 10th. It honestly looks like it might come down to Young, Vargas, and Lynn, unless Higdon's able to pull off some miracle, or Ethan Matheson for that matter. It's going to take a lot, though. See how Bristol goes. That is next on the Matco Tools Truck Championship schedule for the season. But again, just a reminder that whoever wins the championship in this and the NCCS will be eligible for the Tournament of Champions. Just saying. Yeah, you're so fast it can't even keep up with it. You're in position 0. You're doing that well. Oh boy, man, a lot of movement further down. Alrighty, well, anyways, yeah, bit of a meh race. Hopefully, all goes well for the IndyCar race if that's not over yet. Might be getting close, actually. I don't know how many laps to go in that. If I may ask really quick, because I just don't feel like watching. 6 to go, and what do we got? Dixon still 2nd. I consider myself to be a serious championship threat. That nice trophy that in no way, shape, or form exists. Well, you definitely are. You got something going for the NCCS though. Which, where are they going next for that? I don't know. I don't have to look. Dixon pretty much has it locked up. Alrighty. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Just even coming into that, I knew that it would take a lot because Dixon is freaking good at Sonoma. So, hey, credit to him. That's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you all for coming by. I promise I'll try and be a little more enthusiastic in the next one. Just a bit of a... It's been a shockingly busy week, that's all I can say. So, just trying to get through these 2 series, then get to the Tournament of Champions, and beyond that, we'll see. So, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Until then, have a good night. Take care, and bye for now.